Mm-hmm.
Hey there, wrestling.
Mm-hmm. No, man, we'll get your table set up. We'll lay your books out. Mm-hmm. No, we'll do a signing. Yeah, no, it'll be great. It'll be fantastic. Hang on, I got tips in the line. Hey, boo. Uh-huh. No, I'm sitting next to the idiot right now. Yo, listen, I got an hand on that. You know what? I'll call you back.
We are back.
So back.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... I almost said homecoming. I'm so ready for homecoming. I'm so ready for this.
I'm pretty, yeah.
It's
Bang!
under construction.
Pow!
And this is our last virtual event. I know, listen, some of you have been asking, when are we coming back? We know. And we actually announced it a few weeks ago. We let our friends know on the newsletter, and then, of course, we told everybody because we couldn't hold back because we wanted you to know what the deal was, and that is Victory Pro Wrestling is back, and we are so excited.
We're so back, like an LA face with an Oakland booty. You know? They got back.
Man.
Listen, we're live. Not all these jokes are gonna land, but I'm doing my best.
Tonight, we're going to talk about, in order for us to kind of just get into what we're looking to do. I mean, listen, we did a lot of great talks. We had a lot of great matches. We did a lot of great reviews about what we've done in the past. But tonight, we're going to take a look at what we've done recently so that we can get you ready. It's not just about come on in and enjoy the show and we figure it all out as we go along. We want to refresh some of the great moments.
That's my Twitter handle. Hit me up.
We want to kind of bring you back in to get you recapped of some of the great moments where we were, and this way when we come back next month, that's going to be annoying.
Yep, when the air conditioner kicks on.
But you know what? Who cares?
Right,
because
it's June.
We're ready to go ahead and do this.
Mm-hmm. So here we go. We're going to give you a crash course in the last, well, you don't want to say year because we haven't done much. But let's say the last year and a half to 2 years of Victory Pro Wrestling history. That way when you walk through the door of 620 Middle Country Road in St. James, New York on July 17th, Saturday night, to VPW Homecoming, you know what we're doing.
Until we do something different.
Right.
But, hey, welcome to wrestling. Who do you want to start off with?
Man, let's just talk about, for a minute, let's talk about how things have changed since last March.
Okay.
You know, obviously there's been no live wrestling in front of people in the state of New York.
Right.
You know, that was a major change. There's a lot of guys who make their living wrestling, and they've had a real hard time. And for that, the fans have been great. They've been online buying people's merchandise, supporting in any way they possibly can, watching these live shows. That's all great, and a lot of that has changed, but people have changed.
That's true. Especially when people at home, people in wrestling, people anywhere, it's like there's just something about what happened that makes you just think about everything that you've experienced and maybe get some soul searching. All of a sudden, you realize this is something different. And one of the people that we know, Stockade,
You don't call him that.
he's changed recently too. He is calling himself Cade. And one of the things about what he's done, it's not just about an image. He's changed his way of life. He's lost a significant amount of weight. He's put himself into a world of commitment so that he can truly be something different. And I can't wait to see him in the ring.
I don't know if it's a matter of something different or someone different, but we've got a message here from Stockade, and we're gonna take a look at that now.
2020, everything changed. The world changed. People changed. I changed. Victory Pro Wrestling, it's been over a year since we've had a show. It's been over a year since the fans of Victory Pro Wrestling have gotten to stand in attendance. And that all changes July 17th. But like I said, things changed. I changed. Stockade's no more, and in this place is Cade. And just like my friend here, it's time for everyone to find out just how cold-blooded I can be.
Wow. Cade looks great.
Very, very powerful message there. And this is a guy who, when he first came into VPW, the 2018 Gold Rush Rumble, fans were a little shocked. I mean, here's a guy that everyone knew. He's one of Long Island's premier wrestlers and performers. And he came in to our show. No one would ever expect him to come to a VPW show. And there he was, and he stood toe-to-toe with some of our top guys, some of our biggest guys. One of the iconic pictures I think that we have is the picture of him standing face to chest with big man Andre.
Yep.
And that was interesting to see. Plus, he's had some great clashes. He had an incredible series of matches with Alvin Alvarez,
Kevin Tibbs,
and of course, he ended up being the 2020 King of New York. That was an incredible achievement.
2020 was shaping up to be a big year for him. He got robbed of that, as did all of us.
Right.
Let's see where 2021 brings the cold-blooded Cade.
Right. So we'll see what happens with Stockade, Cade, and where things go in the future. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the New York State Championship. We're going to talk about the Victory Pro Wrestling Championship.
You can't forget the women's division.
Nope, and we'll do that when we come back.
I love you. What's up, VPW? Bryce Donovan here, in my car, doing a car promo. Indie wrestlers love doing car promos. Some people say it's dangerous, but I don't think it's that bad. What's the worst? What's up, VPW? I'm now on the side of the road in front of my totaled car waiting for police to arrive. Anyway, thank you all for watching VPW's virtual show, and let you all know that we will see you very, very soon, and everyone should be shook. Also, if anyone can give me a ride to the next show, I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, it's easy to say that towards the middle to the late part of 2019, there was no greater impact made in Victory Pro Wrestling than in the women's division, and that was of Karen Bam Bam.
That's right.
Karen Bam Bam, she had some really great matches, some physical battles with Megan Mason, Ariella Nix, Neva Chantel, Anastasia Morningstar.
That's right.
And the women's division was really, really starting to get someplace special, and it's really spearheaded, I'd say, by the influx of energy and momentum brought in by Karen Bam Bam. And
of course, that momentum was robbed by the coronavirus and COVID-19. But another person that was robbed of that was, as you mentioned, Megan Mason.
right.
She was another young upstart. She was cutting her teeth in 2019, not really kind of getting the momentum she wanted to, but in the beginning of 2020, she started picking up some serious wins and some serious momentum. I think both of them were robbed. I think the coronavirus kind of really took that away from them, but it would be really interesting to see these two in action and help build the women's division to that next level that we were hoping to get to.
And I honestly think that 2021 is going to be, we're on a collision course for Karen Bam Bam and Megan Mason.
I agree.
But I believe we actually have some words here from Megan Mason. So let's take a look, and we'll be back to you right after this.
There's been something on my mind for quite some time now. Something I've been thinking about every single day. I gotta get it out. Thank you, Victory Pro Wrestling fans. I'll see you very soon.
And Megan Mason definitely excited to come back to wrestling. And that's something that we're hoping that you're seeing as well. Not just from the performers, but from each other, because we're coming back!
July 17th.
Have you bought your tickets yet?
I don't need to buy tickets.
No, not you, them. Have you bought your tickets yet?
The tickets are live,
That's right.
on sale, right now.
That's right.
VictoryProWrestling.com.
You know who bought tickets?
Who?
Tom.
I'm sure he did.
He bought 8 tickets. I can't believe it.
How many?
1.
Still?
Well,
We need to find Tom a Tom Meta.
when we come back, we'll talk about
I love you, Tom.
the New York State Championship.
The rest of you, not so much.
The tag team. You're an idiot. The tag team titles and more.
All right, Monroe, you ready? Monroe. Here we go, the butterfly. Ready? Ooh.
In 2020, the world of professional wrestling stopped, but now it's time to get back to work when Victory Pro Wrestling presents Homecoming live at the Sports Arena in St. James, Saturday night, July 17th. Tickets are on sale now, starting at just $25 for general admission. Come see your favorite VPW stars when we return to action in front of our fans. Get your tickets now at VictoryProWrestling.com.
Welcome back. Let's talk about the tag team division here for a minute. Let's. When you're talking about the tag team division, right? You got to talk about the Absolute brand.
They are the Victory Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Alvin Alvarez, Big Man Andre, satin shirt. I mean, this combination.
Silky smooth.
Whatever the fuck. This combination, right? When they were singles, you know, I don't think Alvin realized how much of a monster he was or could be.
That's true.
In Victory Pro Wrestling, and I feel the same way for Andre, right?
Andre had been in and out of VPW for years.
For years.
Prosecutor Pat, I think, was his first tag team partner. That takes you back too long. But he's floundered. Alvin, when he was in there, of course, he was floundering. And then when
They
he finally
got
found
together.
each other, they met up, they realized.
Well,
this
not
was
just
it.
that. They publicly came out and said, if we don't win these matches, we're leaving.
That's right.
They put their own backs to the wall, which is an admirable thing. Stupid, but admirable.
Okay.
But, you know, they got the job done, and they won those tag team titles.
That's right. And they were in a position to dominate Victory Pro Wrestling in the tag team division. But we know what happened.
COVID.
That's right. You know who else was in the spot? Who's in that really good spot that was right up there for the last 3 years in the tag team division?
Is it a couple of guys who keep everybody right in the palm of their hands?
Did you have to do that?
I have to do that.
Okay.
And that is, of course, the Argyle Avengers themselves, Steven Azure, Steve Somerset, the Even Stevens.
Argyle Avengers?
Yeah, I just made that up. On the fly. That's how I roll. But anyway, I mean, if we're talking tag team, we got to talk about the best tag team in the world, the Vest Brothers. The Even Stevens have been right there on the cusp for at least 3 years now.
But let's think about this. How much longer are they going to be right there and then just not win the big one?
I understand, but as long as you're in this position and you keep beating the other teams that are vying for that contendership, you can stay there. It's only a matter of time, right? They've got something.
So.
They've got two things going for them that most people don't. Okay, first of all, they're brothers.
They're not real.
No, they're real brothers. I know their mothers. Not like Bobby Orlando's your mom. No. Like I know their actual factual mothers. They're brothers.
Their mothers, plural?
Yes.
They're not.
They've got a bond, an unbreakable bond, like a telekinetic way of communicating with each other. They live on the same page. Okay?
The same street.
They live in the same house.
I don't know about that.
They might even share a room. But anyway, they've got that going for them, and then it's just, they're so much smarter than all the other teams in the division. They've got great wrestling IQ and acumen. And is that a word? Did I just make that up? Excellent. I knew I've heard that before. I see big things for the Even Stevens in 2021. I'd like to see where they are July 17th, homecoming, 620 Middle Country Road, St. James, New York, at the Sports Arena.
They get your tickets at victoryprowrestling.com. There's a link on top that says,
where's the link?
I don't know, buy tickets?
You know, Steve Somerset seems like, I mean, they're pretty likable. They're snazzy dressers.
They have different vests for different days.
And
they always match.
Speaking of snazzy dressers, can we talk about Phil Cardigan?
Oh, we'll do that in just a little bit. We'll also talk about some of the other upstarts in VPW, some of the young bucks, if you will. Can we say that?
I don't think so.
All right, we'll edit that part out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
We're live, pal. Is that my second We're Live, pal, tonight?
maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see.
Anyway, we've got some comments here from Jack Tomlinson. You wanna hear what Jack has to say?
I suppose. Let's
Okay.
go ahead and Jack, take it away.
Hat on good, hair flowing nicely, eyes glimmering. Perfect way to start out and say welcome everyone. I hope you're all having an incredible time here at Victory Pro Wrestling's Under Construction. I'm having a great time here with all of you. And if you don't know who I am, well, I'm Victory Pro Wrestling's resident vlogging wrestler, the wrestler and leader of the Jack Pack. That's you, Jack Tomlinson. That's me. And Kevin, Radioo, guys doing a great job hosting. Kevin, did you see? We upgraded, new background. They let me redecorate this time around. And I don't know if you all noticed, and of course you all noticed because of the hot, softest, and juiciest merch in the game, but I'm repping the original Jack Pack tee, available now at prowrestlingtees.com/JTVlogs. Of course, always plugged, but the reason we're having the original Jack Pack tee on is because we're about to get some original vibes up in here. Yes, you guessed it, Victory Pro Wrestling is coming back in person. Get off your seats, get on your feet, and get excited because we are coming back.
The kid sold enough t-shirts to get sheetrock. Look at that. Either that or he's out of the gulag. Congratulations, Jack. I hope you're warm now. This is fantastic. Listen, this kid's excited to get back to business.
Think about
I'm excited to get back to
8%
business.
of our airtime.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot to say. It's a young kid. But he seems super stoked about Homecoming, July 17th. Tickets on sale now, victoryprowrestling.com. And you can get them now. Go, like seriously, right now, go buy your ticket.
He was.
Go buy your ticket.
I hope he was talking about Homecoming and not like the Spider-Man thing.
He thinks he's Spider-Man.
I think so.
He might be Spider-Man.
You think so?
No, not a chance that kid is Spider-Man. But I mean, we've got other excited guys here. Let's go to Carlo Weiss.
VPW, it is I, Carlo Weiss. And for you boneheaded idiots who needs a reminder of who I is, I am the rock star above you. Now, the booker of VPW has paid me money to let you guys know that I am coming back to you. That me and the rest of the VPW roster are coming back to you live very soon. And he also paid me money to make a thank you video to you guys for sticking around and watching the VPW online shows that has been aired throughout this time. So, here we go. VPW fans, thank you guys so much for sticking around throughout this time and inspiring us to continue working hard and striving through these hard times. And I'm just really happy to be here and entertain you guys. You know what? Just buy a ticket, come to the show, buy my shirt, and kiss my ass. I'm done here.
That was so rude. So rude.
His head looks so smooth. Where do you think he found such a little person to film that for him?
What do you mean?
Didn't you see made him look huge. That guy had to be 4'5", 4'6". I bet you that was Rusty Diltoes.
Not a real person.
You sure? Anyway, Carlo, kind of a jerk, but ready to get back to business at VPW's Homecoming on July 17th.
You know who else is ready to come back?
Who's that?
Phil Cardigan.
Phil Cardigan. That man is on fire.
Well,
Not momentum-wise, like he's literally on fire.
I think he figured out how to,
all of the time.
keep things from burning up. But
I'd love to be his insurance broker. That guy probably just swims in money like Scrooge McDuck.
But one of the reasons why we're focusing on Jack and Carlo and Cardigan, these guys are the talents that are rising to the occasion. These are
The future of Victory Pro Wrestling.
There you go. That's a good word. The future of this brand, the future of what we do, the future for you, our fans. And some of these guys are, in the path of someone like a VSK or Mr. Tibbs.
Yep.
Yourself.
Wait a minute. I'm getting.
Is that what it is?
Hold on. We're about to get joined. We've got the Even Stevens and Johnny Collins.
Oh, okay. Let's.
Go ahead, nerds. Put them through.
My fellow Americans, VPW pretty likable, has made a statement regarding tonight's event. We would like to thank you, the VP.
That's W.
It's a W? Well, there's two V's really close. All right,
VPW.
Thanks. VPW audience for watching our virtual event. What's a virtual event?
I have no clue.
Tag out.
Victory Pro Wrestling, between the hours of 8 p.m. and 10 p.m., will no longer be hosting virtual events.
Oh,
Hey, watch your out.
What?
Yeah, you Thanks, Steve.
What is this?
Oh, this is what VPW wants us to do.
Do you think you can tell us what to do?
Do you think you can tell us what to wear? Do you think you're better than Pretty Likeable?
Well, then you better get ready to experience Pretty Likeable live. Break it down.
It's like he's trying to say something there.
Those are so many of my favorite words.
In the right order for you, too?
I mean...
Alright, so, what were we saying beforehand? We were talking about
I don't know.
breakout stars. We're talking about some of the people that have built this show. Like BSK and Tibbs and yourself.
Eric James, Jay Delta.
Kai Katana, who was
Ian Below.
Who was Ian Bellows.
Below.
Ian Bellows.
Below.
You talking to him before.
I know, but this is new for me also. Changed his name a lot.
Could be something else by the time we do this.
It's true.
By the time we do this.
By the time we do this.
That's right.
But yeah.
But we're, these young guys, like Cardigan, like Jack, like Carlo Weiss, they have so much energy. They have a different level of energy, and they could be the next stars of VPW.
But before we get too excited about the next stars of VPW, let's talk about the top stars of VPW. And one of them happens to be the New York State champion.
Oh, that's right.
Eric James.
You know what? Let's do that when we come back from this.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's up, everybody? It's referee Steven Demeng here to thank you for tuning in to VPW, and we're excited to see you July 17th at the Sports Arena in St. James, live for VPW. We are back, and you will be there too.
And we're back, and we're ready to continue talking about Eric James.
Probably one of the most talented wrestlers in Victory Pro Wrestling history. Not just a good performer in the ring, not just a talented fighter, but one of the most talented wrestlers in the business with a microphone in his hand.
Yes.
And
a lovely singing voice also.
Sings well. He can capture the attention of anybody. He could probably go in the ring and talk about nothing.
He can very easily become the topic of discussion in this industry.
I mean, he did take away as part of one of the most watched segments on WWE's YouTube.
What's WWE?
WWE, the wrestling show. He was Lana's first husband. You don't know that?
Who's YouTube? What?
What do you mean, who's YouTube? It's not a person.
No, I meant who's YouTube? Well, we each all have our own YouTube. YouTube, MeTube, MyTube, HimTube.
All right. Let's talk about Eric James. The evolving Eric James. When he first started out, EJ Risk, starting off as part of Conflux, and then breaking out on his own. And then he left for a while. When he came back, he reinvented himself again. The forgotten Eric James. To become the VPW champion. And then became the one-man boy band.
That's right. He also became a member of of the Influence.
That is true too.
And as a member of the Influence, he rose again to a championship in the New York State title. And he's since parted ways with the group. But at the end of the year there was somebody hot on the heels of his New York State championship.
Ryan Gallio.
I mean, there were a couple people hot on the heels, but I don't think any others more than Ryan Gallio.
Ryan Gallion has had several opportunities at the New York State Championship, but for somebody kept changing things on him.
The guy looked like he was gonna fall from the top rope. I mean, he's 6'5", 240, 250 pounds. I couldn't let him fall on the floor. I jumped up to hold his ankles to make sure he'd be okay.
What about the time where it was supposed to be a one-on-one contest and somebody brought in Johnny Clash?
Right.
What happened to the other time where he was supposed to get a one-on-one opportunity and someone called him and said we canceled the show, so he didn't show up because, well, you know, he thought there was no show there. And then we had the show and you...
Listen, decisions were made...
Not happening again.
In the best interest...
Of whom?
Of all of me.
Of all of them.
It was in my best interest to make sure that Eric James didn't...
Are you saying that he could lose to Ryan Gallion? Are you saying that that's what's going to happen?
No.
You saying that can happen?
No, I just didn't want him to get hit in the mouth. He's pretty. Look at him. Look at him. Come on. That big guy would have hit him in the mouth. Something bad might have happened.
Well, what do you think is going to happen when they finally get together? Because it's going to happen. It has to. If.
I might be wearing short sleeves, but I always got surprises on them. Anyway.
When we come back...
Where we going?
What's that? What's up next? Do you know?
Words were... Oh, God. Are you kidding me?
We're going to talk about the Victory Pro Wrestling Championship, and we have a couple of other surprises for our fans, too. We'll come back right after this.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Okay, here we go. Hi, my name's Phil Cardigan. Some of my friends call me Big Phil, depending on what angle you're looking at me. The folks at Victory Pro Wrestling just want to say thank you for tuning into our virtual screenings of our show. This thing called COVID, which I found out about 5 days ago, happened, and it really put a damper on what we do in front of you fans. And we miss you, and we hope to see you soon. I know I am. I'm going to wash my special cardigan in preparation for meeting the fans again. Might iron a little bit. What else? You know, pay my credit card on time. Do an extra pair of laundry. Maybe go to the bakery. Mom likes those little cookies with the sprinkles, like the rainbow sprinkles. She loves those. Goes crazy for those. Me, I have a gluten intolerance, so celiac disease. What else? I'll tell you what I have been doing. I've been going to do laundry. Been going to the bakery for those little cookies with the sprinkles, you know, that Mom likes. Not for me, because I have the celiac disease. Anyway, Victory Pro Wrestling hopes that we see you soon, and we miss you all very dearly. So please enjoy the virtual screenings of our show, and say hi every once in a while. You know, tweet us. Tweet at Victory Pro Wrestling, not Johnny Radioo, not even Victory Pro Wrestling, just Phil Cardigan, and we will respond to you. Thanks. How do I turn this thing off?
In 2020, the world of professional wrestling stopped, but now it's time to get back to work when Victory Pro Wrestling presents Homecoming, live live at the Sports Arena in St. James, Saturday night, July 17th. Tickets are on sale now, starting at just $25 for general admission. Come see your favorite VPW stars when we return to action in front of our fans. Get your tickets now at victoryprowrestling.com.
Coach Mamone, the 2018 breakout star.
Can I tell you something? I've never been less excited to hand somebody a trophy before in my life. I could think of like 32 different things I would have rather have done in that moment with that trophy and Coach Mamone than hand it to him. But I digress.
Okay. He almost won the King of New York that year. He almost won the Victory Pro Wrestling Championship that year.
What are you implying?
Well, I mean, you know.
Well, first of all,
you kind of took the belt away from him.
Did that referee, who will not be named or employed, did he not count fast?
He counted fast, yeah.
So, what should have happened? What happened to that referee in the course of that match that made him decide he needed to fast count?
During the match, nothing. Before the match, he was
Sure.
shot by Mr. Tibbs.
Okay.
And then Tibbs said, ring the damn bell, start the match. So he did.
He should have never have started the match once once an official is molested by an in-ring competitor, right? It's okay, Google molested, it's the right word. The match should have never have taken place. It should have been thrown out right there on the spot, a no contest. But then what did he do? Yeah, tell the people.
He counted to 3.
Tell Tom. Tom, what did he do, Tom?
Wait, you want me to tell Tom or Tom to tell me?
No, you tell Tom.
He counted to 3. 1, 2, 3.
But faster. Right?
A little faster.
How fast?
A little faster.
Anyway, regardless, he did not win the title on that night.
Technically he did, but...
No, but he didn't.
Alright.
Carry on.
Either way, he still ended up making his way back into the title picture by winning the Gold Rush Rumble. And then a few months later, inside the cage, despite the fact that certain people tried otherwise, became the Victory Pro Wrestling Champion.
I was doing what I thought was best for VPW.
You were wrong. It's okay. You can be wrong sometime. In January, the Influence went ahead and tried to rob Coach Mamone by putting him out, busting up his arm, scaring his soon-to-be wife, and then setting him off until March, when he got back in the ring against Kyler Khan.
And Kyler Khan beat the hell out of him.
He whipped him, literally.
Yeah.
But still remained champion. What could have happened after that? We don't know. I think 2020 could have been the year for Coach.
I think the upside of COVID was not having to watch Coach wrestle. How about that? If there was one positive that came out of the last 15 months, right, is I didn't have to watch that stupid mustached moron running around in a circle, blowing a whistle, and ripping his pants off in front of children.
Let's talk about some of the top contenders for Coach Mamone. Who do you think is up there for Coach?
Well, there's always, I mean, you got to remember one thing. When you're talking about the top of Victory Pro Wrestling, right?
Right.
Jay Delta is always nipping at your heels.
Okay.
Kevin Tibbs is always nipping at your heels.
Okay.
Okay. Cade appears to be a different just entity altogether.
That is true too.
There's so many moving parts here on the roster of Victory Pro Wrestling. There's going to be new faces, new stars, old faces, familiar faces, so many faces. you can't honestly say, because it can be anybody.
That's true.
It can be anybody. You never know who's going to win the Gold Rush Rumble. That can change everything.
That is true.
Not that the Gold Rush Rumble winner is always going to go for the VPW Championship. There is, they can pick a partner and go for the tag titles. They can pick, they can decide they want to challenge for the New York State title. But having the big belt is having a target on your back, and where there's a target, there's people shooting. What, you got nothing to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Because that was so profound.
That was something.
Constantly in the crosshairs, Coach Ramon, and I promise you, I can make you this promise, and I know you hate me, and I know everybody hates me, and the reason they don't hate me, well, the reason they do hate me, right, is because I tell them the truth. And people are afraid of the truth. They don't hate me because I'm a jerk. They don't hate me because I'm a bad guy. They hate me because I tell the truth.
Have you talked to some of the people that hate you?
Lots of people hate me. Look at me right now, Mamone. I am telling you the truth. If you thought 2020 was difficult, you have no idea what's in store for you in 2021. I am going to make the next 6 months the worst year of your life. You will be looking over your shoulder in the building, in the parking lot, in Taco Bell, when you're running around that big circle thing with the grass in the middle. He's got to go to Taco Bell. Wherever you go, I promise you. Look at me. I promise you, I am telling you the truth. I do not lie when it comes to this. You will regret having your hand raised inside of that cage. I promise.
All right. Nice positive vibe from the Victory Pro Wrestling Commissioner.
We're back to business, right?
Very unbiased. Right down the line, right down the middle.
I promise you I will treat everybody else right down the middle. I will even treat him right down the middle. He's just got some real stiff competition coming his way. And you know what? You want to call yourself the Victory Pro Wrestling Champion? You want to be a fighting champion? You want to hold a prestigious title? You got to earn it.
Okay.
You have to deserve it.
Okay.
And if it's not fair for me to line him up with the best competitors that I could possibly bring to Victory Pro Wrestling, then he's in the wrong business.
Okay.
God, I hate you.
All right, listen. We're done. Almost.
Almost.
Because when we come back,
we're leaving again?
Yeah, listen. We're not actually leaving.
Oh.
It's a vernacular conversation. So it's a term.
Mm-hmm.
When we come back, we've got some surprises. In fact, we're going to announce the first match announcement.
Back after this.
All right, Monroe, you ready? Monroe. Here we go, the butterfly. Ready? Ooh.
What's up, guys? Ryan Gallione here. As I'm sure you've heard by now, VPW will be the first wrestling company to have a show on Long Island in almost a year and a half. That date, that place, that location, July 17th at the Sports Arena. So I didn't really love the way things were ending up at the end, right before the pandemic and everything shut down. But good news is I've been putting a conscious effort every hour of every day to come back bigger and better than ever for you guys. So I couldn't be more excited for the return of VPW, and I hope you guys are too, and I can't wait to see you there. July 17th at the Sports Arena.
In In 2020, the world of professional wrestling stopped, but now it's time to get back to work when Victory Pro Wrestling presents Homecoming live at the Sports Arena in St. James, Saturday night, July 17th. Tickets are on sale now, starting at just $25 for general admission. Come see your favorite VPW stars when we return to action in front of our fans. Get your tickets now at victoryprowrestling.com.
Can we get down to business? Can we get down to the business of business?
Hold on, let's huddle here for a minute.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. Well, listen. The real fact of the matter here, okay, is that we're going to have a fantastic lineup for you on July 17th at VPW Homecoming at the Sports Arena in St. James, 620 Middle Country Road. Right now, we are...
Whoa. How about this? Before we announce the match, the big match, I know, and I was actually talking about that. I told you this, but someone is coming back to VPW. Someone who hasn't been there for a bit. It's a homecoming for all of us, but it's a homecoming for VSK.
That's right. VSK comes home to Victory Pro Wrestling live.
How do you sound like you know that? Like you already know this? Like just sound.
You can see me on my phone?
Oh, that's who you were talking to?
I'm talking to everybody, but I'm making moves here.
Okay.
I want this to be one of the greatest lineups in the history of Victory Pro Wrestling. I want the Sports Arena in St. James to be rocking and rolling, and one of the best ways I can think to do that is to have the prodigal son come home. That's right, VSK will be live in action in the building at VPW Homecoming in the Sports Arena in St. James. And right now, the match that I would like to announce.
Oh, yeah.
For the New York State Championship.
Right.
The New York State Champion, Eric James.
That's right.
Will be taking on, for the first time ever in Victory Pro Wrestling, independent wrestling star, T.J. Crawford.
Wow. Now, if you don't know who T.J. Crawford is, you are going to be in shock. It is going to be such an incredible event. It's going to be almost...
Shut up, you're ruining my announcement. This match is going to be a barn burner. I promise you will not be disappointed. It will be an orgasm of the eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, VPW Homecoming is shaping up to be something special, and we really sincerely hope you join us there July 17th at the Sports Arena in St. James. We're coming home, baby.
And of course, before you get there, you can buy some of your gear at Victory Pro Wrestling's VPW shop at victoryprowrestling.com, where you can also get your tickets to
Homecoming, July 17th. Tickets on sale now. Go to the website. Go to our Facebook. Go to our Instagram. Go to our YouTube. Go to our Twitter. Go to our OnlyFans. Go to our show. Buy our shit. What?
No OnlyFans. How many times do I have to tell you no OnlyFans?
How are we going to have a show if we have no fans?
That's not the same
All right,
thing.
shut up. I can't wait to see you guys. We'll see you July 17th. For Johnny Radioo, I'm Kevin Fulton sitting on buckets. We'll see you there.
All right. We got money that the sign wasn't going to fall.
I didn't even tape that motherfucker up there. Woo! Dude, we're having a live stop. Don't poke the bear. The bear will poke back. I should have let that hit you in the head. The V is coming off.
So is the S and the E. They're all starting to fall.
Wait, the V?
They're all starting to fall.
The S and the K